My name's Mrs. Kabayo Grace Majoro. I'm the Secretary General of the Pan-African Women Organization, humbled to have been unanimously elected in 2020 at the Congress we held in Namibia, South Africa region. The Pan-African Women Organization is the oldest women organization on this continent. It was launched in 1962 after being recognized for the work that was being done by the women. They got together, appreciated the challenges at hand, and focused on how best they could play their part. Most men at that time, as you may recall, were involved in the military fights against colonialism and oppression of the black people wherever they were, both on the continent and in the diaspora. Today, the Pan-African Women Organization is headed by a president who is currently from Namibia, Her Excellency Madam Eunice Ipinge, assisted by the Secretary General, who is myself from Uganda. We have 5 regional vice presidents of the 5 African regions: North, West, East, Central, and South African region. They are also assisted by executive secretaries who run the day-to-day business and also manage the national chapters in each African country where we can and we have been able to launch the national chapters. Our vision as the Pan-African Women Organization originally was to focus on the liberation of Africa and the total decolonization of the continent, fight for the human rights of the African peoples wherever they are, especially in the diaspora as well, and also find an institution that could join the African people as a unity of the African states. And that was the OAU, which was formed 1 year after PAWO. So it's not a secret that the women were very key in the formation and the lobbying and advocacy for the African Union today, which was then the Organization of African Unity. We at the Pan-African Women Organization realized that actually the fact that we are 50%, that mothers, the other 51, we are most of the population of this continent. And there is no way you can separate mother from child or the other way around. Our young ones, the young generation, are our focal point right now to remind them of who we are, to remind them of where we've come from, to remind them of our values, our history, our heritage, to appreciate the challenges that need addressing together in the African concept, to try and solve the African problems ourselves with the high mark we use at the Pan-African Women, Sisi Wenyewe, the Swahili phrase that simply says, we ourselves are responsible to address the issues, to solve our problems, to develop ourselves and our communities, to gate the Africa that we want. Patriotic Pan-African ideologies is based on your personal commitment, personal responsibility. While you point this finger accusing the others, these three fingers are pointing at you. What's your part? What's your role? What have you done to achieve what we want? And that is the way we have chosen to go, which led us to the recent mission that we took on in 2021 of reviving the patriotic Pan-African ideologies regionally, but definitely starting with Uganda. As we talk, we have already mobilized higher institutions of learning. We have mobilized special groups, especially of women and youths. We have the private sector with us, and we are trying to get the public servants of our governments and countries to be more responsible, maybe, than we have been, to make it our personal responsibility to do what is right, to make it our personal commitment to commit to Ubuntu, meaning you are because I am, and I am because you are. Therefore, the good I do for you will also reciprocate on my side. Unity is our strength. Divided, of course, we fall. But united, we stand. And the question here is, are we just uniting for the sake of uniting, or we are actually uniting to make sense and make a difference, to make positive difference and positive change? The power of numbers may make you succeed in elections, maybe into leadership positions, but does that number, big as it is, give positive change to our communities? Does it resolve the issues that need to be resolved? Does it show the true Pan-African patriotic ideologies in ourselves, in us, that needs to be the driving force of our communities? Democracy. Democracy, democracy, democracy. But exactly what is democracy? That freedom that you yearn for so much and shout for and misbehave for, do you put it to good use? The power of numbers that just agitate for the sake of agitating are not problem solvers. And yet, if we put our values, resources, and capacities together, we can make the change that we want happen. And definitely, we can have a better Africa. So our humble call to our young generation, first get to know who you are. Know where you come from. Know what your history and heritage is. Appreciate yourself. And after that, you can venture to wherever you want to go, on your terms and conditions. Education is not everything. Education is just a varnish that you can put on a good piece of wood. And if it is pure wood of mahogany or any other hardwood timbers that we have in Africa, that furniture would be long lasting. But if you just varnish a culture or a habit that is not favorable to the rest of your community or other people, you are bound to be destructive. We are the only ones who can get the Africa that we want. Nobody will give it to us on a silver plate. We ourselves, it's only us who can actually reach out to address the issues that we have and to obtain the Africa that we want. I thank you so much. So far we have covered about 14 universities. We have several interest groups like the market women, like the women in faith, like single parents, like women in peace and security. We are still pushing forward the gender parity, where women can get into positions that enable them to work, exhaust their capacities, and make the right decisions that will benefit our communities. I cannot end without thanking you all. But I also want to thank the leadership of Uganda especially, and some other countries where they are very cautious of the patriotic Pan-African ideologies that are the only strength that can make us better and get us to where we want. President Museveni has done everything that it takes, not only to support the Pan-African women, but you may recall, if you know at all, that he was in Southern Africa region joining the revolutionary fights against apartheid in Mozambique, forming Frelimo and Fronasa. All that was in search of one African unity, one people moving together with the patriotic Pan-African ideologies to strengthen us and get us to where we want. In the meantime, I call upon all of you. We are going to celebrate the 59th Africa Liberation Day, which most people choose to call the Africa Day, on the 25th of May at Kololo Airstrip. I thank you so much. Aluta continua. May God bless you all. Asante sana.